Dan stood at the window of a shoe store, shivering, looking at the beautiful winter boots. Then he lowered his gaze to his old sneakers, which were showing holes. He was very cold, but he knew perfectly well that his parents only had enough money for shoes for his little sister. And being a teenage boy, he stood resolute and swore he could take doing without. But Dan was freezing so much that he didn't hold back when he started asking God for some help. "Lord, if you can hear me, I'm ready to go barefoot all summer, but I so want warm shoes for winter," Dan said, folding his arms across his chest. Two of his classmates from rich families noticed this and started laughing. "Do you think God has nothing to do? He's too busy doing important things to be distracted by someone like you wanting shoes," the boy said. Dan, offended, put his head down and almost cried. A woman coming out of a cafe across from the store witnessed the two boys harassing Dan and shooed them away. She walked up to Dan and asked him what he was so upset about. "Busy God," the boy replied and wanted to leave, but she stopped him. She began to ask what had transpired between him and the other boys, and Dan told her everything. The stranger smiled, took the boy by the hand, and led him into the store. The woman told the clerk to bring a basin of warm water. She took off her gloves and washed Dan's feet herself, putting new warm socks on him. "Are you warmed up?" she asked Dan, and he nodded back. "Then we go on." She asked the clerk to bring several pairs of shoes, and within a few minutes, Dan picked out a nice pair of warm shoes. The stranger went to the cash register and paid. "There, now you won't be cold, and we haven't bothered God. Everything is wonderful." They went outside together, and Dan thanked the woman. She replied that it was nothing. "Did God send you?" the boy asked the lady. "He was very busy, but he heard my prayer anyway, didn't he? Although you are very beautiful, you can't just be his helper. But then, who are you?" Dan, happy, stood outside the store looking after her when the shoe sales clerk stepped outside. He recognized the woman, of course, as she was a well-known philanthropist in the city who had helped many people. "Did you even find out who that woman was?" the salesman asked mockingly. "After all, she spent a lot of money on you." "Of course I did," Dan answered proudly. "It was God's wife." With these words, the boy ran home. By doing kindness and good deeds, we become better people. There is no limit to kindness, just as there is no limit to inner beauty.